गुरु गौरांग गंधर्व गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरण मोहन जू की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट महाभगवत श्रील गोरक्षरस बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट श्रील सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्रील जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौड़ीय गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम चय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री वराह देव की जय। जय श्री लक्ष्मी वराह देव की जय। जय श्री वराह द्वादशी तिथि की जय। जय श्री जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो। हरे कृष्ण। धन्यवाद. Pranams everybody. We'll do Mangalacharan and then I'll see the comments and everything. Okay, let's see. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri guruve namaha. Guruve gaurachandraya radhikaya tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Gaudiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udritya Jiva Niman Krishna prema sudabdi gahana sukhang pradat prabhung tang bhaje. Vande bhakti vinorang shri gaur shakti swarupakam bhakti shastragya samrajam radha rasa sudha nidhim. Shri chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale swayam rupa kada mayam dadati swapadantikam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauratvishe namaha. He krishna karuna sindho deenabandho jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindayai Tulsi Devai Priyayai Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pada Devi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, dear devotees. Let's see who's there. I see Sham Prabhu, Gandharvika Didi, and Rupa and Raj, Haribol, and Krishna Premavati Didi, Manini Radha Didi, Anadhi Krishna Prabhu, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook, there are a few devotees there. I don't see any names yet though. So, I don't see any comments, so I don't know who that is, but I'm guessing Indira Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji are there. And also all the devotees who are watching in the future, Dandavat Pranams. 1 second, I forgot to forward the link inside our TT Countdown group. Okay, done. And Dandavat Pranams, Deepika Didi, and also all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Ballabha Didi, Ananda Pradayini Didi, Anuradha Mataji, Krishna Mai Didi, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Hare Krishna. So today is Varāha Dvādaśī Tithi, the appearance day of Sri Varāhadev. So maybe we can start off with reciting, because we just did the Mangalacharan. Haribol Vrajkishori Didi. So let's go to purebhakti.com. If you go to purebhakti.com and you go to resources and then Archan, we have a whole section here for Archan to Varāhadev. Let's see. Archan of other forms of Bhagavan. I think Varāhadev will be here. Advaita, Ramachandra, Nrsimha, Baladev, Vamandev. Okay, Varāhadev, last one. Okay, so let's recite. This is the Dhyan mantra of Varāhadev. Archana of Sri Varāhadev. Okay. What is the meter for this? Let's see. Apadang janudeshad varakanakanibbham nabhideshad adhastan muktabhang kantadeshat tarunaravinibham Mastakan nilabhasam ide hastar dadhanam ratacharanodaro khanga keto gadakhyam shaktim dana bhayate chakshiti dharanalas shaktim dana bhayate kshita dharanalasar Dhankshtramadyang Varaham. So the meaning of this Dhyan mantra is, I meditate upon Lord Varāhadev, whose legs from his lotus feet up to his waist are like golden pillars, whose face is like a blue lotus, and who is very beautifully decorated with the earth planet situated upon his tusks. In his 2 hands are the club and discus, and his chest is reddish like the morning sun. To that Bhagavan Varāhadev I offer my obeisances. And then if you're doing Archan, then the Mool mantra for Varāha Dev and the Gayatri mantra for Varāha Dev is here. And then the Pranam mantra from Srimad Bhagavatam. The 5th canto, most of it's prose, it's not verse, and so I'll just have to recite it. So this is a Pranam mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Mantra Tattva Lingaya Yagya Kratvatve Dvaravaya Mahapurushaya Nama Karma Shuklaya Triyugaya Namaste. So that means, I offer obeisance unto you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are properly understood by the chanting of mantra. You are the embodiment of yagya, sacrifice, and kratu, ritual. You are the very body of all great sacrifices. You are the presiding deity of sacrifice, and your form is composed of pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva. I offer obeisance to you, who are known as Triyuga, he who appears in the 3 ages. And then, I don't know where this mantra is from, but it was in the Archan, Devananda Gaudiya Mat's Archan Dipika. So, Pramatyadaityam Prativaranam Rade Yo Mang Rasaya Jagaradishu Kara Kritva Gradangstre Niragad Udanvata Kridan Ivebha Pranatasmitang Vibhumiti. Just as an elephant on the front portion of its tusks, holds a lotus flower by its stem and comes out of the water to perform sports. In the same way, you, in the form of the original boar, killed your opponent Hiranyaksha, who resembled an elephant. Then on the tip of your tusks, you lifted up the earth, which had reached the bottom of the universe, Rasatala, and came out of the ocean of dissolution. I offer obeisance to that Supreme Lord. Oh, and Haribo Rukmini Didi. So today I thought, well, I don't actually have a plan, such a clear plan, but this is what I'm thinking right now. In the Brajmandal Parikrama book, there are 2 sections, one for my Śrīla Gurudev's Brajmandal Parikrama book. There's a section for Shveta Varāha and Adi Varāha in Mathura. So we could read that, it's short. And then there is a section in Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya, which is really nice. And then we could also read from Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. I think last year, I looked at our video from last year, and last year we read from the Daśāvatāra book. But I saw on bbtirtha.org, there's also his kathā that he gave on Varāha Dvādaśī. So maybe we could read that this year. So let me just find the Brajmandal Parikrama book. Give me 1 second here. Okay. GVP Books, Brajmandal Parikrama. There it is. Alright. So let's find Mathura, and then there's Mathura. It's not there. Places to visit on the Mathura Parikrama path? It's not on the Parikrama path though. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to type in Varāha. But it's probably going to show a bunch of things from Varāha Puran. I'll type in Adi Varāha. Okay, here. So 2 temples of Varāha Dev. This is from our Śrīla Gurudev. Behind the present Dwarkadish temple in Manika Choka are 2 temples of Lord Varāha. One of them has a black deity of Varāha that's called Krishna Varāha or Adi Varāha, and the other has a white deity of Varāha, that's Shveta Varāha. During the period of Swayambhuva Manu in Brahma Kalpa, Krishna Varāha manifested from the nostril of Brahma in a four-legged boar form. He kept the earth on his tusks and brought her up from Rasatala, the nether region. So that was during Swayambhuva Manu. During the reign of Chakshusha Manu, Shveta Varāha manifested from the ocean. So one time Varāha manifested from the nostril of Brahma, and the other time he manifested from the ocean. His face was like that of a boar, and the lower portion of his body was human-like. He is also called Nri Varāha, Nri meaning human. He killed Hiranyaksha and delivered the earth. So I guess the Varāha that fought with Hiranyaksha had a human-like body, and just that his lower body was like a human. But then, Okay, at the beginning of Satya Yuga, there was a Brahman sage named Kapila, who was a worshipper of Bhagavan Adi Varāha. Indra, the king of the demigods, Adi Varāha is the first Varāha, right? The Krishna Varāha, the black, right? It says black deity of Varāha. The other one is a white deity. During the period of Krishna Varāha manifested. So this Krishna Varāha, he was in a four-legged boar form. So, yeah, there was a Brahman sage named Kapila who was a worshipper of Bhagavan Adi Varāha, or that Krishna Varāha. Indra, the king of the demigods, pleased that Brahman, and then brought the deity of Varāha to the heavenly planets, where he installed him for worship. Having defeated Indra, the mighty Ravan seized that Varāha deity from Swarga and established him in Lanka. After killing the impersonalist Ravan, Sri Ramachandra brought that same deity to Ayodhya and installed Varahadev in the palace. When Mahārāja Shatrughna was leaving Ayodhya to kill Lavanasura, he asked his elder brother Sri Ramachandra for the deity. Then Mahārāja Shatrughna carried the deity with him, and after killing Lavanasura, established him in the city of Mathura, where one can take darshan of him even today. Okay, I guess it doesn't say anything about the Shveta Varāha deity, but yes, there's also Shveta Varāha. Oh no. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that was from the Vrajamala Parikrama book. I wonder if we should also read from Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya now. Here's Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. I won't read the Bengali because we have a lot to get through today. But which chapter would it be? Let me find it. Sorry, I should have done this all before. I never... I'm really bad at preparing. It should be in... I think I skipped over it. Let me just type in Koladev. There. Kulia Pahar. Okay, found it. Okay, so this is from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. Okay, so just moving back a little bit. Okay, let's just read chapter. So this is chapter 11 of Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu. All glories to Srivas and the other devotees of Gaur. All glories to Gaur Bhumi, the essence of all other holy places. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended here together with the holy name of Sri Hari. So Sri Nityananda Prabhu, when he was taking Srila Jiva Gosvāmī around on Navadvīpa-parikrama with all the other devotees, with many other associates of Mahaprabhu, so Nityananda Prabhu said to Jiva Gosvāmī, he said, or he said to everybody, "Everyone listen, this is Panchaveni, where 5 rivers join with the Ganga. The Bhagirathi, the Ganga, converges here with Mandakini and Alakananda. River Saraswati flows here in a concealed way, in the Jalangi there. The Yamuna comes from the western side together with Bhogavati, and with them is Manasi Ganga, flowing with a strong current. The sages call this place Mahaprayag because here they performed millions upon millions of sacrifices together with Lord Brahma. The glory of this place, known as Brahma Satra, is incomparable. By taking bath here, one will never have to take birth again. Who can describe the glory of this place? All the other holy places are like dried up rivers in comparison. Anyone who leaves his body in the water, on the land, or in the air of this place will attain Sri Goloka Vrindavan. This place on the banks of the Ganga is renowned as Kulia Pahar because it resembles a mountain. And there's a footnote here. Okay, this says Pahar means mountain. Yes, we know that. So in the scriptures, this place is called Sri Koladvip. Please hear a narration about this place dating back from Satya Yuga. And Koladvip is where, Devananda Gaudiya Math, where our Param Gurudev established Devananda Gaudiya Math, where Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Śrīla Gosvāmī established Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, and Śrīla Gurudev established Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Śrīla Bhakti Sri Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj established the Gaudiya Asana Mission. I don't know what the temple is called actually. And also, that's where I've been living the past 5 years, this Kulia Pahar, or Koladvip. So here's the glories of that place. This place on the bank of the Ganga is renowned as Kulia Pahar because it resembles a mountain. In the scriptures, this place is called Sri Koladvip. Please hear a narration about this place dating back from Satya Yuga. There once was a Brahmin boy named Vasudev who always used to serve Sri Varāha Dev. Daily after his worship of the Sri Varāha, Vasudev would pray to him, "O Prabhu, please be merciful to me. Give me your darshan, and thus make my eyes and life successful." Praying like this, the Brahmin boy cried and rolled on the dust of that place, thinking, "If my Lord does not give me his darshan, my life will go in vain." After some days, Sri Varāha mercifully revealed himself to Vasudev in his form of Koladev. Sri Varāha divine form was decorated with many jewel-studded ornaments. His lotus feet, neck, nose, face, and eyes, and all other bodily parts were enchanting to the mind. His divine body was as tall as a mountain. Upon seeing the Lord, the Vipra, that Brahmin boy, considered himself greatly fortunate. The Brahmin boy fell to the ground. Restless, he rolled in the dust of Sri Koladev's lotus feet and began to cry. Seeing the devotion of the Brahmin boy, Sri Varāha spoke the following sweet words. "O Vasudev, you are my devotee. I am very satisfied with your worship. At the beginning of Kali Yuga, I will display my pastimes here in Sri Navadvīpa. Listen carefully to my words. There is no place in the 3 worlds equal to Sri Navadvīpa-dhāma. Even though this abode is very dear to me, it now remains hidden. It is also the verdict of all scriptures that Brahmavarta and all other holy places are present here. When I appeared in Brahma's sacrifice, I killed Hiranyaksha by tearing his body with my tusk. I have now appeared before you at that place in this same pious land. All the holy places here are present to serve. All the holy places are present here to serve Sri Navadvīpa. By residing in Navadvīpa, one resides in all other holy places. You are fortunate because you have served me here in Navadvīpa. You will also take birth here at the time of Sri Gaur Hari's manifest pastimes. You will easily behold Maha Sankirtan as well as Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's unprecedented form. Saying this, Sri Varahadev disappeared from there. Just then, the Vipra heard an aerial voice saying, "Please scrutinize scriptural evidences to properly understand the true nature of Sriman Mahaprabhu." Vasudeva was a great scholar. Therefore, after carefully contemplating what was hidden in the scriptures, he concluded that at the beginning of Kali Yuga, during the reign of Vaivasvata Manu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu would manifest his pastimes in Sri Navadvīpa. He thought, in the scriptures, the sages have indicated this tattva in a hidden way. Only an intelligent person can understand this tattva. When Sriman Mahaprabhu's pastimes manifest, this tattva will also be revealed. For now, however, it should be kept a secret. In this way, the Brahman boy got a hint of that secret truth. In great ecstasy, the Brahman began Sankirtan and continuously sang the name of Sri Gaur Hari in his mind. One second, I just need to clear my throat again. I'll mute myself. Okay. The reason for the name Koladvip. So Nityananda Prabhu says, when he beheld the mountain-like divine form of Koladev, the intelligent Vasudeva thought, surely this place is the mountain-like Koladvip, as described in the scriptures. From that time, everyone began to call this place Koladvip Parvat. And Nityananda Prabhu says, Ohe Jeev Nitya Lila Moy Vrindavane Giri Govardhana E Jane Bhakta Jane. He says, Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, the devotees know this place as Giriraj Govardhan in Sri Vrindavan, the place of eternal transcendental pastimes. Please take darshan of Sri Bahulavan, situated to the north of this place. Just see, the splendor of Bahulavan shines in all directions. And then this is not related, but anyways, I just want to read it. In Navadvīpa, the order of Raja's 12 forests is reversed. O son of Vallabha, here the sequence of the 12 forests of Vrindavan is not the same. It is only according to the wish of Sriman Mahaprabhu that the sequence here is not the same. Only the Lord himself, who does as he pleases, knows the reason for this. One should have darshan of these places according to the way they are situated here, because this inversion increases prema in a way that is unprecedented. Just the other day, there's a devotee from Gaudiya Mission. His name's Achinta Prabhu. He's a great scholar, and he works in the publications for Gaudiya Mission. And he was telling me that he wants to go on Navadvīpa-dhāma following exactly Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. Because nobody does it following, I haven't heard of anybody doing it actually following the exact sequence of Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. All the different parikramas of all the Gaudiya Mats and everybody, we all like do it in different orders, just for convenience. Because usually we keep on coming back to the same place again, and also to not, clash with other parikramas. And so, but he wants to go during a quiet time and go to every single place following the exact sequence of following exactly Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. And so I told him I really want to go with him, and we might do that at some point. I actually, I got the domain names Navadvīpa.com and Navadvīpa.com, just because I always had this dream of doing something like that, like doing Navadvīpa-dhāma Parikrama and recording it all, like making a video, and then having like a recording of like singing it with nice music and everything, the Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya. And then you could have visuals and hear it, read it on the screen, and then I was thinking of making a map, like so that if people want to follow the program, they can easily see how far each place is. And I don't know, that's one of my dreams. Okay, what am I looking for? Now we will go to let's see. Let's go to bbtirtha.org. And really, this Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's website, the devotees who did this, they they win the award of having like one of the best devotee websites. Like especially, it's just so clean and so clear. For every, there's a transcript of the class, and then you can also hear it on the bottom of the screen here. Did he speak this in English or in? Okay, so he spoke this in Hindi, so I guess it's translated. So let's, just making this big. Okay, so Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Today is Dvādaśī Tithi, the holy appearance Tithi of Sri Varāha Dev. Tomorrow is the appearance day of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And today is Adivas. It's the day before the Tithi, the Eve day. There are special devotional activities to be performed today. Preliminary preparations are to be performed on Adivas. We should prepare our heart before the advent of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Oh, and I forgot to, I see Krishna Prema Bhakti Didi is asking, what should we pray to him for? So let's see if Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja answers that question. Oh, and Manani Radha Didi. Oh, you found it. Okay, great. Never mind. Right. So, in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahadev says, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Yad Iyate Tatra Puman Apavrita Sattve Chatasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshajo Me Namasa Vidhiyate. 4:323. I offer my obeisances to the Supreme Lord, Vasudev, who manifests only in the sanctified pure heart, which is called Vasudev. Krishna appears by accepting Devaki and Vasudev as his parents. Who is Vasudev? The Supreme Lord appears only in the sanctified heart, and that sanctified heart is known as Vasudev. We should sanctify our hearts today so that Lord Varāha Dev and Nityananda Prabhu appear there. We should prepare ourselves for their advent in advance. Yadokshajo me namasa vidhiyate. I offer my obeisance to the Adhokshaj, who is beyond the comprehension of material senses. We cannot comprehend him by our material senses, mind, and intelligence. So, to sanctify our heart, we should remember him, take absolute shelter of his lotus feet, and pray for his grace, because it cannot be possible by any of our material endeavors. We should pray for the grace of Guru, Vaishnava, and Bhagavan. We should worship him and call him by chanting his name. Mahaprabhu has shown an ideal in this regard. Along with devotees, he cleans the Gundicha temple prior to Lord Jagannath's arrival, considering it to be non-different from Vrindavan. They took out grass, stones, sand, etc. Gundicha temple represents our heart. There are so many unwanted things in our heart. Desires for performing karma kanda, fruit of activities, desires to get salvation and mystic perfections. With the help of a broom, we should throw out everything from our heart and wash it with water. The desire for name and fame, money and woman, all this should be completely washed off from our heart. Even a tinge of desire should not remain in the heart to make Lord Jagannath, so that we can make Lord Jagannath take his position there. So today is the cleansing for our heart. Oh, and I just see Gandharvika Didi is, or Shamprabhu, I don't know which one of you, is asking about fasting rules for today. There is no, so when there's, whenever Ekadashi and Dvādaśī come together, whenever Ekadashi is next to a Vishnu Tattva day, Ekadashi, we always give prominence to Ekadashi. So you have, and when you follow Ekadashi, you have to perform paran. There's no alternative. You have to perform paran. And so today on Varāha Dvādaśī, what we do is after Archan is performed in the temple of Varahadev, so like in the morning time, they perform, like early morning, they do Archan of Varahadev. And then after that, if there's Charnamrita, that's the best. You can take the Charnamrita from Varahadev, but if that's not easily available, then you just, after the Archan's performed, then you pray to Varahadev, to please, I can't properly fast on this day because of Ekadashi, so please forgive me. And then you take grains. And so we eat grains today. So there's no fasting today. And I remember one time Premananda Prabhu, he was doing something like where on Ekadashi, he did full Nirjal. This is in 2005 when we were in Govardhan. Yeah, so he did full Nirjal on Ekadashi. Then the next day on Varāha Dvādaśī, he did paran but with fruit. Because you can do paran with non-grains if you do a full fast. Then you break with fruit, and then that day he just ate fruit. And then on Nityananda Trayodashi, he did paran again, and he broke with some other Ekadashi thing. Forgot what it was. Anyways, yeah, some other Ekadashi thing. And so then he followed Ekadashi for 3 days, but he did paran each day, breaking with like a new thing. I've never heard of anybody else doing that though before, but that's really hardcore. Yeah. Oh, and Rukmini Didi says that one does Arati to Varahadev before breaking fast. Yeah, and on that website that I shared, like if you go to purebhakti.com, resources, Archan, and then scroll to the bottom of the page, and there's Archan, what we just went through at the beginning. You could also perform Archan, like just mental Archan. You can sing those pranam mantras. You could do mental Archan and then break if you want. That's probably a nice thing to do, but I'm not doing that, but I'm just an idea. Okay. So the pastimes, Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī continues, the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Varahadev are eternal. There are infinite Brahmandas, and their pastimes are going on continuously in each of them. Many people from the Western countries, being not able to comprehend such narrations, call them to be myth or fiction. If one does not have faith on even the existence of the transcendental world, then how can he enter that realm? In the book in the Daśāvatāra book that Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī wrote, the word incarnation is used to indicate the advent of the Supreme Lord. But in the dictionary, the meaning of the word incarnation is given a person who embodies in the flesh a deity, spirit, or quality. But for the Supreme Lord, it is not true. The Supreme Lord appears, Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī, from what I've heard from Rukmini Didi and others, and what I've seen from everything that I write, he's very precise about the usage of words. He really, he studies the dictionary very carefully and makes sure that he uses the most appropriate word. And actually, with this word incarnation, we don't use it in our books anymore because of this reason, actually. So now we use other words like manifestation or I forgot what other words we use, but yeah. Or we just say avatar. The Supreme Lord appears as fish, tortoise, or Varāha. So that does not mean that he has to enter into the body of a fish, tortoise, or Varāha, or a Varāha, which is a hog. No, he does not take a body made up of flesh and bones. He comes with transcendental body. The Supreme Lord has infinite pastimes, amongst which only a few are narrated in the scriptures. For one who is limitless, everything belonging to him is also limitless. If he can be bound in any limits, then the word infinite or limitless loses its significance. He has infinite forms. There are infinite Vaikunthas also. By our limited intelligence, we cannot comprehend the unlimited aspect of the Supreme Lord. Infinite Brahmandas are coming from him. When he saw that living entities coming from him do not want to serve him, he created infinite Brahmandas so that they may enter in them and try to fulfill their enjoying tendencies. In this world also, we see that parents have affection for their children, and if they demand something from the parents which is not good for them, then the parents do not give them. But on repeated requests, they are forced to fulfill the demands of their children. Like that, the Supreme Lord also does not want that the living entities come to this material world and suffer threefold afflictions, but he creates such places to fulfill their enjoying tendencies. One can then enjoy things which are inferior. One can enjoy things which are inferior to them. Living beings cannot enjoy the Supreme Lord or things. I'm going to try to reread that. One can enjoy things which are inferior to them. Living beings cannot enjoy the Supreme Lord or things that belongs to him, things that are superior to them. And because of that, the Supreme Lord created infinite Brahmandas and made the living entities enter in them in the form of 84 lakhs different species. They keep moving in the cycle of births and deaths in these 84 lakhs of species and suffer the threefold afflictions. Out of compassion for them, the Supreme Lord gave discriminating power in the form in the human form of birth, so that they can decide on what is good and what is bad. In the human form, the living being can decide whether he wants to be entangled in this material world or wants to go back to the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord then may say, if you want to be in the material world, then you have to keep taking births in different species like birds, beasts, etc. The living entity may say, no, I want to come to you. And then the Supreme Lord says, you utter this from the core of your heart. Do not try to cheat me. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who appeared by accepting the mood of Radharani, says, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagarisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishvare, bhavatar bhaktir ahaituki tvayi. It's from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita is quoted. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. We recite it daily during Kartik month, but we should utter this from the heart, not from the mouth. Say from the heart, O Lord, I do not want money. We are afraid of speaking so, but the Supreme Lord is bhavagrahi. That means he is one who sees what is inside our heart. He is not bhashagrahi. He's not one who sees what we speak externally. This is an important point. He's bhavagrahi, not bhashagrahi. Words are empty. The feeling behind the words, that's what the Lord takes. The words mean nothing, though. He does not listen to what we say from the mouth. He listens to what we want from within. So we have to say from our heart, I do not want wealth, na dhanam, na janam. I do not want wife, children, etc. I do not want any scholarship. I do not want salvation or any kind of mystic perfections. Wow, I really love this point. I'm going to be quoting this one a lot. He's bhavagrahi, not bhashagrahi. So, I do not want salvation or any kinds of mystic perfections. Then what do you want? I only want causeless devotion unto you. If you speak from within, I will immediately bestow it upon you. Do not blame on me. You do not want it from the heart. You want something else. You have some other desires in your heart. So I have to give you what you want from within. I am impartial. I am neutral to all. The Supreme Lord has showered his grace upon Dhruva, Prahlad, and Ambarish Maharaj. will he not shower his grace on others? The Supreme Lord is a complete entity. No one can bribe him to get any favor from him. One can bribe a judge or a magistrate to get the decision in his favor because they are incomplete. They have scarcity of some worldly things. But the Supreme Lord does not have any scarcity. He has everything within him. Whatever he wants to bribe him with, he already has within him. You can't bribe him with anything. If you say that something is there which is not within him, then he will not remain Bhagavan anymore. He is complete. He is a complete and limitless entity. Nothing is outside him. So we should pray from the heart without blaming the Supreme Lord. Yeah, I can't blame him for not fulfilling our prayers when we're not sincerely praying. Our prayers aren't actually sincere. We don't actually mean what we're saying. It's not his fault. He just gives us what we really want, not what we say with empty words. Tears rolling down from one's eyes in front of the deity does not indicate his love for the Supreme Lord. I witnessed one such incident in Shamananda Gaudiya Math in Medinipur. I visited that math along with Jajavar Maharaj, Giri Maharaj, Ashram Maharaj, and Krishna Keshav Prabhu. There we saw one Mataji crying incessantly in front of Radha Govindaji in the math. We thought, this Mataji has such a great devotion unto the Supreme Lord. I tried to pacify her, telling, why do you cry so much? You should not worry. You have got special mercy of the Supreme Lord. Upon repeatedly asking, she replied, the temple pujari priest has a white beard which resembles the beard of a goat I had. Whenever he moves his beard, it reminds me of my goat which died a few days back. I feel strong separation from her and cannot stop my tears. I've heard this story before, but I didn't realize this story came from Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Gosvāmī's experience in the math there. That's hilarious. Is it the crying for the Supreme Lord? She remembered the goat and not the Supreme Lord. Our crying is also like that. If we cry for the Supreme Lord from the core of our heart, we will get him. What should we do to remove the ulterior desires from our heart? Sadhu sange Krishna naam ei matra chai, sansar jinite ar kono vastu nai. The only thing required is the chanting of Krishna Nam and the association of pure devotees. There is no other way to conquer material existence than this. It is said in the scripture, Phalena phalakaranam anumiyate. By the fruit you can understand the cause behind any activity. If by performing service to the Supreme Lord we do not get satisfaction of our heart, then there is something wrong in our sadhana. The scriptures do not declare something which is false. There is lack of surrender in us. We lack the tadiya mood, the feeling that I am of Krishna. I am Krishna's property. I am Krishna's. Whatever we are doing, it is not being done for the satisfaction of Krishna. Ved Vyas Muni has written so many scriptures, but he did not get peace in his mind. What will he write? Is it possible for any ordinary man to write what he has written? He divided the Vedas and wrote the Vedanta. He also wrote 18 Puranas, Mahabharata, and in that, the Gita. Can any ordinary person do so? But still, he did not get peace in his mind. He enacted this pastime to teach us. He remembered his Gurudev, Narad Gosvāmī, and he came there. Then Narad Gosvāmī asked him, well, what did you do to not get peace? Then he said, I wrote all these things, Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra, and Kam Shastra. Then Narad says, these are all for temporary, perishable things. I have also written about emancipation, about salvation. It is even more abominable. You have completely closed the path for them to reach the Supreme Lord. You have deprived them of getting Krishna Prem for eternal time. You do not sing the glories of the Supreme Lord. I've spoken about him in Mahabharata in the Gita. No, it will not work. You have to write for his satisfaction. You have to sing the glories of Krishna to please him. In Gita you have written it with some other motives. Then Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī is saying, if you worship him for some other motives, not for his satisfaction, then he will not come. Absolute is for himself and by himself. We do not use the word it God, we say he God. And we say the supreme personality. So he has a personality, personal form. That's why that term, the supreme personality of Godhead, is such an important term. Because that can only mean the direct personal form of Krishna. So today is the appearance day of Varāha Deva. He is one amongst the Lila avatars of the Supreme Lord. Sri Jayadev Goswami wrote Daśāvatāra stotram, describing the 10 main avatars of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Supreme Lord is one. There cannot be many. The father loves his son, and when the son becomes a well-known personality like a head of any department or a magistrate, then the father feels proud to introduce him to others. Like that, Jayadev Goswami, being the devotee of Krishna, has sung the glories of Krishna's Lila avatars in Daśāvatāra stotram. Keshavadrita Meena Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadrita Kurma Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare. Varāha Deva is the second avatar, but in Daśāvatāra stotram, Jayadev Goswami has mentioned him as the third avatar. The Supreme Lord advents for his devotees. When Brahmaji was ordered to carry out the creation, he began to think about the details involved in the task. At that moment, a male named Swayambhuva Manu and a female named Shatarupa manifested from his body. In order to carry out the process of creation, Brahmaji made Swayambhuva Manu marry with Shatarupa. Seeing the earth submerged in the waters of annihilation and desiring to seek a dwelling place for the living entities, Manu approached his father, Lord Brahma, and prayed to him to rescue the earth. When Brahma saw the earth submerged in the water, he thought for a long time about how it could be rescued. He had earlier established the earth in its normal state after removing all the water, but could not understand why the earth had again sunken into the watery abyss. Lord Brahma could not think of a solution even after much thought and effort. At last he took shelter of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. He prayed to him, I had been appointed to do the work of creation, but the earth had become inundated in a deluge and had sunk into the depths of the ocean to Rasatala, to the lowest of the 7 underworlds. How was the act of creation to be accomplished? How was the earth to be rescued? When someone prays for the grace of the Supreme Lord without any deceitfulness for getting his service, then he reciprocates to him. Brahma became deeply absorbed in meditation. That time, penance was not so difficult, but nowadays it is very difficult. The Supreme Lord knew the difficulty of Brahma, so while Brahma was still deep in thought, he suddenly appeared as a small boar the size of a thumb from his nostril. Astonishingly, as Brahma looked on, the tiny boar expanded in the sky within moments, and he had assumed the form as large as a great elephant. The boar started revolving in the sky. Is he an ordinary boar? The Supreme Lord has transcendental powers. He can do anything. Everyone became astonished to see this wonderful event. Brahma thought, he must be a resident of the transcendental world, traveling in disguise in the form of a boar. Is Sri Hari concealing his original form and trying to agitate me? Everyone from Janaloka, Tapaloka, Mahārāja, Satyaloka, everyone became astonished to see the boar. As the Supreme Lord is all attractive, everyone was being attracted towards the boar. In this way, while Brahma was deliberating with his associates, Sri Hari roared tumultuously like the great mountain Giriraj. The omnipresent Sri Hari enlivened Brahma and the other highly elevated Brahmans by his roaring. He enlivened Brahma and other highly elevated Brahmins by his roaring. The sound of his roar was so sweet that it destroyed all the miseries of the hearer. Brahma and other sages who reside in Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka chanted auspicious mantras from the Vedas as offerings to Varahadev. Upon hearing the prayers of Brahma and the other sages, Varahadev prepared to enter into the waters of annihilation for the benefit of the demigods. Lord Varāha rose into the sky while slashing his tail. The Lord quivered the hair on his shoulders and scattered the clouds in the sky with his hooves. Although his external appearance was fearful, he pleased the sages who were engaged in offering prayers to him by lovingly glancing over them and entering into the water. His dive into the water, and with his thunderbolt-like mountainous body, this divided the ocean. The Lord of all sacrifices separated the water with his hooves, and saw the earth lying at the bottom of Rasatala in the same way as when he had carried her in his stomach during that time of annihilation. Appearing very splendid, Lord Varāha lifted the earth by carrying her on his tusks. We recite this pastime in Daśāvatāra Stotram written by Jayadev Gosvāmī. At that time, a very powerful demon named Hiranyaksha challenged the Lord. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, though they were both twins, Hiranyaksha was considered elder than Hiranyakashipu. They were the sons of Kashyapa Rishi and Diti. Once Diti requested her husband Kashyapa Rishi for union, but the time was not good for such a deed, as it was dusk. But Diti forced him, so finally Kashyapa Rishi fulfilled her desire, and two asuras, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, were born to them as a result of their union at the time of dusk. Later Diti repented for her act and asked for forgiveness from Kashyapa Rishi. He pacified her by saying, "Everything happens by the desire of the Supreme Lord only." He knew that Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are Jaya and Vijay, the doorkeepers of the Lord, and there is a cause behind their birth. He did not inform Diti about their identity and the cause of their birth. He mentioned to her that both of them would become great demons, and a great devotee of the Supreme Lord would take birth as the son of Hiranyakashipu. Listening to her husband, Diti expressed her desire to him. "I want both of my sons to get killed by the Supreme Lord." Kashyapa Rishi replied, "It will happen so." The Supreme Lord is Hatari Gati Dayak, who bestows salvation upon his enemies, upon the enemies he kills. So the Supreme Lord wants to relish the Vira Ras by fighting with someone. But he cannot fight with any ordinary person. Only his associates are eligible to fight with him, so that he could relish this Vira Ras. And therefore he arranged everything. Once in the course of, I see it's already 8 o'clock. We don't have so much left though, so I'm going to go a little overtime. But if anybody needs to leave now, Dandavat Pranams, thanks for joining. So once in the course of their travels around the three worlds, the four sages born from the mind of Brahma, that's Sanak, Sanandana, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar, arrived unannounced at Vaikuntha, the residence of the Supreme Lord. Although the four Kumaras are in their advanced age, their appearance was like that of small children, and they travel around naked. It so happens that the two gatekeepers of Vaikuntha, Jaya and Vijaya, saw the four Kumaras approaching. Thinking them to be ordinary children, they prevented the sages from entering Vaikuntha. Although the four Kumaras repeatedly tried to enter Vaikuntha, Jaya and Vijay kept turning them away. Finally, becoming angry, the four Kumaras cursed the doorkeeper. They cursed the gatekeepers, exclaiming, "You rascals! You are prohibiting us from entering without exercising proper discrimination, and out of pride only. Thus you are not qualified to reside at Vaikuntha. We therefore curse you to fall down from this place and to take birth as demons with material bodies." By the desire of the Supreme Lord, they were cursed by the Kumaras. Jaya and Vijay started crying as they were going to fall down. Seeing their miserable plight, the four Kumaras took pity on them and promised them that, after 3 lifetimes as demons, they would be relieved from the effect of their curse. In Satya Yuga, they took birth as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. In Treta Yuga, as Ravan and Kumbhakarna. and in Dwapar they were born as Shishupala and Dantavakra. They were not ordinary persons. So here Kashyapa Rishi told Diti that Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu would be killed by the Supreme Lord. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu appeared in the 6th Manvantar, but Swayambhuva Manu is the first Manu. He is Adi Manu, during whose time Lord Varāha Deva appeared, but that time Hiranyaksha was not even born. So there is a very important point to understand here. The Laghu Bhagavatamrita says, Lord Varāha appears twice in one day of Lord Brahma. During the Swayambhuva Manvantar, he appeared from Brahma's nostril and rescued the earth. And during the 6th Manvantar, that's the Chakshusha Manvantar, he appeared to rescue the earth and he killed Hiranyaksha. According to the Laghu Bhagavatamrita, in the lineage of Uttanapad, the son of Pracheta was Daksha, the daughter of Daksha was Diti, and the son of Diti was Hiranyaksha. So the Adi Varāha, we just read from the Vrajamana Puragam book, the Adi Varāha, the original Varāha who appeared during the first Manvantar, he took the form of a boar. And then the other Varahadev, he had the body of a human, but the head of a boar, I guess. Or like the upper portion of the body was like a boar. So according to the Laghu Bhagavatamrita in the lineage of Uttana, we just read that. At the time of the appearance of the original, the Adi Varahadev, at the beginning of the Kalpa, Manu did not have any sons or daughters. How then could Hiranyaksha have taken birth during the Swayambhuva Manvantar? Therefore it is seen that in the Bhagavatam, Maitreya Rishi described the pastimes of Lord Varāha in both the Swayambhuva Manvantar and Chakshusha Manvantar. Okay, because I was wondering about that. Okay, so he's explaining both Varahadevs are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu both took birth from Diti, and they were both so powerful. They were such powerful demons that all the demigods were afraid of them. During the time of their birth, some inauspicious signs were seen, because of which the demigods came to know that Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu had taken birth from Diti. They both were tremendously powerful. Hiranyaksha was so powerful that he never considered anyone equal to him. When the Lord descended as the boar, in Varāha form, to rescue the falling earth by lifting it with his tusks, then Hiranyaksha violently opposed him. Considering him to possess meager strength, he spoke many deriding words. The Lord, however, returned his taunts with equal vigor. Lord Varāha dodged these violent mace blows of the angry demon Hiranyaksha, and thus a violent mace fight began between the two. But in the form of a boar, the Lord did not have any hands to carry the mace. So he held the mace with his front legs. Whoa, that's so interesting. Oh, his front legs. Okay, I guess because, we have four-legged animals, so front legs. Okay, I was thinking of the bottom legs for some reason. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, so is he an ordinary boar? Hiranyaksha used many kinds of weapons, but when he became unsuccessful, he expanded his mystic powers and created so many demons and demonesses. They were all shouting, "Cut! Cut! Kill him!" When he saw that he was unable to defeat the Supreme Lord, he started throwing stones at him from far. Then the Supreme Lord called for his Sudarshan discs. The Sudarshan disc destroyed all his mystic powers. Then Hiranyaksha attacked the Lord with his mace, and the mace from Lord and the mace from Varahadev's hands fell down to the ground. Witnessing this, all the demigods became frightened. The demon attacked the Lord with his mace, which felt like the touch of a flower, which felt like the touch of flowers to his body. Then Varahadev hit the ears of the demon so powerfully that his head started revolving, and he fell down to the ground, vomiting heavily, and thus he left his body. All the demigods started singing the glories of the fortunate They started singing the fortune of Hiranyaksha, as he had got the touch of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Because of that, he would get the highest auspiciousness. Who will be more fortunate than him? The glories of his fortune are narrated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Externally, one sees that the Supreme Lord kicked him with his legs. But one who gets the touch of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet does not die. He attains salvation. So today is the appearance day of Lord Varāha. There is one devotee of Lord Varāha in Navadvīpa, Koladvīpa. The Supreme Lord first showed him his Varāha form, and then he appeared in front of him as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu told him that he would appear there, and he would also take birth there. The deity of Varāha is established in Devananda Gaudiya Math in Koladvīpa. Kola means Varāha. We may say that we are the devotees of Lord Krishna and will not worship any other form other than him. But have you got the taste of devotion to Krishna? Have you got the realization of any of the forms of the Supreme Lord? If you get the realization of any of his forms, then you will be completely attracted to that form. You will not be able to leave him and go anywhere else. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur engaged Srila Prabhupada in the service of Kurmadev, the tortoise form of the Lord. When Srila Prabhupada started construction on Bhakti Bhavan at 181 Moniktala Street, while digging the foundations for the building, a deity of Kurmadev was found. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave this deity to Srila Prabhupada and taught him how to worship him. And now, very soon, ISKCON just acquired Bhakti Bhavan, and very soon we will be able, for the first time, we will be able to have darshan of this Kurma deity, which is there in Bhakti Bhavan. I tried going twice to see him, and both times they didn't allow me to have darshan, but now we'll easily be able to have darshan there. Ontologically, they are the same, but there is a difference in the mellows and the ras. If someone gets the slightest taste of the transcendental mellow, or of any of the forms of the Supreme Lord, then he will be free from the clutches of material bondage. And one cannot stop relishing that taste. The gopis relish the madhurya ras of Sri Krishna. During the Raslila pastimes, Krishna suddenly disappeared and the gopis started crying in his separation. Krishna came in front of them in his form of Narayan, with 4 arms at Paitagram, and the gopis thought, "What have we got to do with Narayan? We cannot say like them. For us, getting darshan of Narayan form is also not that easy." The 4 Kumaras left Brahmananda, the bliss of Brahman realization, when they got the darshan of Narayan. If we get darshan of Narayan, then we would be stuck there. We would not have the desire to go to Krishna. The gopis have relished the madhurya ras of Krishna, so they can do that. But when Radharani came there, Krishna withdrew his 4 arms within his body, being subdued by her love, which is more than the love of crores of gopis. He could maintain his Narayan form, but not in front of Radharani. Tomorrow is the appearance day of Nityananda Prabhu, who is none different from Baladev, and who came along with Gauranga Mahaprabhu to distribute the highest divine love. The Supreme Lord himself came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Balaram came as Nityananda Prabhu. He appeared in Ekachakra Dham. He went to Vrindavan and asked everyone, "Where is my younger brother?" "Where's my Kanai?" Everyone said that he is not here. Then he came to Navadvīpa and heard about the advent of Mahaprabhu. He thought, "I did so many efforts, and my brother has forgotten me? I will remain hidden now." He hid himself in Nandanacharya Bhavan. Mahaprabhu sent Haridas Thakur and Srivas Pandit, but they could not find Nityananda Prabhu. Then Mahaprabhu himself went there in search of him, and they both met there. Ecstatic feelings became manifested in both of them. Nityananda Prabhu was crying in the separation of Mahaprabhu. One who is Baladev in Krishna Lila has now appeared as Nityananda Prabhu in Mahaprabhu's Lila. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Nandanandan Krishna himself. We will hear more about this subject tomorrow. Jai Shri Varāha Deva ki Jai. The Adivas Titi of Shri Varāha Dvādaśī Titi ki Jai. Jai Shri And the Varāha and the Swayambhuva Manvantar and the Varahadev and the Chakshusha Manvantar ki jai. The killing of Hiranyaksha ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. And the Adivas of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Adivas Titi of Nityananda Trayodashi Titi ki jai. Okay, so we'll just do a short Mahamantra and then finish for, we'll end our program for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai all the associates of Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Srila Goksharas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha, Jai Śrīla Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai, Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai, Śrīla Bhakti Madhava Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai, Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Shira Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai, all the associates of Jagadguru Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai, my Param Gurudevs, Śrīla Bhakti Vigyan Kesha Gosvāmī Maharaj, Śrīla Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai. Jai Abhinna Vrindavan Shri Navadvīpa-dhāma ki Jai, Jai Shri Koladvip ki Jai, Kuliya Pahara ki Jai, Koladev ki Jai, Varāha ki Jai, the Brahman Vasudev ki Jai, Jai whoever he became in Mahaprabhu's Leela ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Shri Navadvīpa-dhāma Māhātmya ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Jai and Vijay ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam, Jai Shri Lakshmi Varāha ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, the Adivas of Shri Nityananda Trayodaśī ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, dear devotees, Shyam Prabhu, Gandharvika Didi, and Vraja and Rupa, and Manini Radha Didi, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Deepika Didi, Rukmini Didi, Krishna Premavati Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. Oh, Nri Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarini Mataji. Sorry, I didn't see you both before. And all the other devotees. Let's see who is on YouTube and Facebook. Let me just check 1 second. Okay, I see Vrajakishori Didi, Raseshwari Mataji, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams Maharaj, Ganga Mataji, Vidyalalasa Didi, Jai Shri Didi, Vangshiwala Prabhu. I'm guessing Indira Mataji is there. There are 13 devotees there, so many more devotees. If you write a comment, then I'll see your name. But pranams to all of you, and pranams to all devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi Jaydev Prabhu, Krishna Ballabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, Krishna Maya Didi, Anuradha Mataji, and Vrinda Didi. Dandavat pranams to all of you. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the great Nityananda Trayodashi, one of the happiest days of the year. So, yeah, we will. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. I'd like to read. I really love Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Gosvāmī Maharaj's his glorifications of Nityananda Prabhu, so we'll have to read that. And I don't know, we'll read all sorts of things. All right. So is there anything anybody wants to mention before we end the program for today? All right. Dandavat pranams. Also, today it's a nice thing to do is sing the Daśāvatāra stotram pralaya payo dijale. So, yeah. All right. Dandavat pranams. See you all tomorrow. Haribol. Oh, and I see Bipul Prabhu there. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All right. Haribol. See you all tomorrow.